we're connecting the satellites to the brain chips. And they put up all the infrastructure. Trump is in there the first time, put up the 5G, and then Operation Warp Speed, he started implanting all this stuff into the people's bodies with the vaccine. So as you can see, it's all coming together now. It's not very good. I don't think they have good intentions for humanity. Transhumanism is going to be big business. And implanting all this stuff and creating all this technology and put it inside of people's bodies. And since I told you from the beginning that they had Trump already chosen, all these people and all their stuff they're doing is all a psyop. And it's all leading towards the New World Order. We already know that's what they're doing and trying to enslave humanity. So they're all getting together, and it's not anything good at all, and they're going to try to destroy humanity and enslave us. So they're trying to get you into a hive mind, so you can't think for yourself at all anymore. And that's the end of humanity once they merge man with machine, and that's what they plan on doing. And that's what Facebook and all this stuff is for. So the AI could learn, how to be human. So that's exactly what's happening. Governments and monarchies and the state, religions, everything else has been trying to control people for all of history. And what they used to do is mind control them. But now they have all these experiments they've been doing. And they use the Nazis. They brought them over here after World War II. Then they started doing all these experiments on us. And one thing led to another. And they decided they're going to implant us with technology. And that's what's going on now. It's called the assimilation process. The transhuman agenda. It's a real thing that's happening. And they're poisoning the air, food, the water, and the vaccines. All this stuff has been proven. They proved that they put it all under the microscope. PCR tests, the masks. Some of this is old news, but we have to remember that it's all real. It's all happening, and this stuff's growing inside of all of us. It's growing inside from chemtrails, and that stuff that's coming out of them is kind of like these pictures here, that picture at the top. But, so they doing this stuff, they're spraying it in the air, you're breathing it in, and microplastics and everything, and it's building this stuff inside of people's bodies, and it's controlling them, or whatever. And people ask, do I think it's the mark of the beast? All of it is. It's not just the vaccine. It's the whole AI and how they're using AI to control people. And it has everything to do with the government. And anybody who went along with it is all part of it. So if you're following that, then you're following. That means this stuff is growing in you. So if you voted for Trump, if you voted for Biden, but if you didn't, if you have your decalcified pineal gland, and if you're not willingly taking all this stuff, then it's not going to hurt you as bad, or whatever. And then if you can still think for yourself, even if it's grown in you, then you can still get immune to it somehow, or whatever. If it's not affecting you, some people it doesn't affect. We can still think right. Okay, we know that the government's bad. We know Trump's bad. We know they're all bad. We know they're all on the same side, and they're trying to implant us with AI. And that's what the vaccine and pandemics are all about. And they're going to pull another pandemic to complete the job. And that's why Elon Musk and Trump teamed up this time, so they can kick it into high gear and implant people with brain chips. But like I told you, that the chips or whatever is already growing inside of people, But the ones they want to plant people with, so they think they have control of it or whatever, but they're not actually going to have control of it. So then people become part of a hive mind. So they lost their soul and they're gone to humanity. So that's what we gotta watch out for, is the mark of the beast and merging man with machine with artificial intelligence. And we gotta stop them from poisoning us with this stuff and the nanotechnology and everything else. So hopefully we can work together to do that and find a way out of this and free humanity and America, free America from these evil scum, from Trump and the Zionists and the people that created Israel and all these bankers. Okay, they're bad news. So thank you for watching so far, and I hope that you go back and watch all my videos and help me make a change in the world for the future, make the world a better place, and stop this nonsense, this evil. If we can't stop it, we can tell people do not comply with it.
Wants to support the national renewal. Stephen Miller says Zuckerberg sees Trump as an agent of change. As a what? As an agent of change. Could that change involve bringing in the mark of the beast and the technology to monitor and track every financial transaction that happens? Very possible, brothers and sisters. Very possible. So Zuckerberg sits down with Trump at Mar-a-Lago. I believe that was on Wednesday. Notice here another article that confirms. It says here, Zuckerberg dines with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. Now, keep in mind, he's a billionaire, that's worth about $200 billion. So, Meta boss Mark Zuckerberg visited Trump at his resort. And what's interesting about this, many of you know that Zuckerberg censored Trump and removed him from Facebook, banned him from Facebook. But now, Zuckerberg is turning over a new leaf and, actually applauded Trump for his response during the first assassination attempt, where they showed what looked like blood on his ear. So this is interesting to see this development, how we're seeing the merchants of the earth uniting with the kings of the earth. And we already know that Babylon is united with the kings of the earth, or the president, Trump. So you're seeing, again, merchants, Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, the church, Babylon, uniting with the kings of the earth, President Trump. And God says have nothing to do with this union in Revelation 18. We'll look at that in a moment. But I wanted you to see what's happening in our world. Elon Musk joins Trump and family for Thanksgiving at Mar-a-Lago. So here you have Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Thanksgiving dinner together. Very interesting what's happening. And so Neuralink is the company established by Musk that does chips to put inside of people. It says Neuralink greenlit for first brain chip trial outside of the United States. Now, this article was just released on the 21st of this month. Today is November 30th, 2024. So here it says, Neuralink, Elon Musk's brain-computer interface startup, has received approval from Health Canada to begin recruitment for its first clinical trial in the country. The approval marks a significant milestone in Neuralink's quest to develop technology that enables individuals with paralysis to control external devices using only their thoughts. This is very interesting, because when you consider this type of technology is not common. And I'm not promoting that technology, but I want you to understand where we are prophetically. It says, according to a statement released by Neuralink on November 20th, the Canadian trial will focus on evaluating the safety and initial functionality of its implant for people with quadriplegia, the paralysis of all four limbs. The implant aims to restore autonomy by allowing users to control digital devices through thought alone. Wow. This is whole nother level of technology, brothers and sisters. What's interesting about this as well is these chips, this one is for the brain, but the other chip we're going to get to is for the hand. It says Elon Musk Neuralink announces study to connect brain implant to robotic arm. So basically, using the brain implant to control a robotic arm so that an individual could pick something up with the hand. Here it is. Neuralink plans to test whether its brain implant can control a robotic arm. And again, these articles are just from this week, November 27th. And I want you to see that things are ramping up. Now that Trump won the election, I want you to see what's happening. I want you to pay attention. Have your awareness on 100. It says, Elon Musk pushes brain implant production as $14.7 million Texas facility takes shape. So there's a new facility in Texas. Now, again, this article is just from Wednesday this week. And they are hiring big, it says. They're looking for manufacturing technicians and micro fabrication specialists to help boost production. Job listings popped up on Neuralink's website recently, and hiring events have also been held at their California and Texas facilities this month. So again, they're a large-scale production. They are doing much hiring. They are looking to produce these chips, these implants in mass production. Here it says another article, again, from the 22nd of this month. Neuralink boosts hiring for manufacturing roles. Another article, Elon Musk Neuralink hiring spree to ramp up production of Fitbit in your skull. So technology in your brain. Elon Musk Neuralink has been given the green light to launch its first human clinical trial in Canada as the billionaire's brain implant company is on a hiring spree. Now understand, Musk is the richest man in the world. He's richer than Zuckerberg. And you have 3 billionaires that are in discussion this past week. Again, Zuckerberg met with Trump, and also Musk ate Thanksgiving dinner with him. Now, these 3 billionaires, Trump, Musk, and Zuckerberg, are basically leading America. When you talk about the influence that these 3 men have and the control that they have over social media, because Zuckerberg controls Meta, Facebook, WhatsApp, and I believe some other social media platforms. I'm not sure who owns Instagram. Maybe somebody in the comments can let me know. But in regards to Musk, he owns Twitter, which is known as X now. So you're talking about major influence between these 3 men that are now having discussions on the future of America. We are seeing, I'm telling you, we are seeing the preparations being made for things that will affect every American that is living currently in the United States, or every person that is living in the United States. So this is where things are headed when we talk about technology. Here, notice it says, woman uses chip implanted in her hand to pay at Whole Foods, calls it the coolest thing ever. That's not cool. I don't want any implant or any chip in my hand or in my brain. And this is where things are tending, brothers and sisters. So we could see, in connection with Sunday enforcement, we could see where the government could pass the law requiring everybody to get a chip put in them. It could happen. I'm not saying it will, but it could. And this would be a way for them to monitor and track every business transaction, then in the future control whether you could buy or sell, concerning this. So this is where things are tending, brothers and sisters. Notice here, another article, it says Tesla owner implanted a chip in his hand to open his car and access data. This article, again, just from last month, October 17th. So he's able to unlock his car using a chip in his right hand. Now, many of you are using chips already. It's just not in you. It's not in your body. But you use a chip when you purchase something with your credit card or debit card. You use a chip when you open your car if you have a remote access to open your car, or unlocking the doors with your key fob.
Why do you think that these 3